The day started like any other, with your eyes opening but your heart already feeling heavy as your mind filled itself with plans that haven't even happened yet. Nothing urgent was going on, yet something inside kept pushing your thoughts to run faster, as if the future was standing right at your door. Keen, hard, demanding answers you still don't have. That's the kind of mental fatigue that grows quietly from small worries that build up until they suddenly explode for no clear reason and make you want to disappear from the world. Not forever, just long enough to feel some peace. But peace feels far away because your mind refuses to rest. It keeps running like an old machine that's never turned off. Even when your body wants to give up, and even when your eyes sting from exhaustion, your mind keeps forcing itself to plan every possibility, every scenario. The best ones, the worst ones. The right steps, the wrong steps, all mixing together into a weight to carry everywhere. Even when you just want a moment to breathe, starts feeling stolen, every second turning into a race, where you constantly feel behind. Even though no one is chasing you. There's no deadline, no alarm ringing, just your own thoughts, louder than the world, making it hard to know when to stop, when to breathe, and when it's okay to rest. Sometimes you pretend to be strong because you don't want to look fragile, but that strength never lasts long. You smile here and there, but deep down you're tired because you've been carrying so many thoughts alone. Thoughts you've never shared with anyone. Thoughts you bury so deep they make your chest tighten until breathing feels difficult and you forget what light feels like because everything has become heavy. Maybe the problem isn't even the future. Maybe it's the fear of disappointing yourself, fear of failing, fear of choosing wrong, fear of making a stupid decision, fear of not becoming who you hoped you'd be. Those fears hug you like a shadow that never leaves. You try distracting yourself. You focus on small things, but your mind keeps running again, and the cycle repeats. It's a kind of tiredness sleep can't fix, vacations can't fix, and no one can fully understand because it happens inside your own head. Your body is here in the present, but your mind is lost somewhere in the future, which is why it's so hard to enjoy today. You're living in two different timelines at once, and both are exhausting. Sometimes you wonder why the future feels so heavy when it hasn't even happened yet, hasn't even begun. Maybe it's because you want everything to be perfect. You want to walk without mistakes. You want a life without obstacles. But reality doesn't work that way. It's full of surprises and changing possibilities, and that makes you tense, uneasy, afraid to move until staying still feels safe or even. Though staying still doesn't calm you either, because your mind keeps running, planning, worrying. You want to stop it, but you don't know how. You just want relief, want to breathe without pressure, sleep without your mind, creating nightmares, and live without the silent stress you place on yourself. It feels like carrying an invisible weight you can't explain to anyone because they only see your outside. Never the chaos inside, never the noise, never the exhaustion of simply being you. And yet, you still continue your days. You still wake up, walk forward, and try even when each step feels heavy and each smile feels forced, because you know life has to keep moving. But moving forward doesn't mean you can't rest. It doesn't mean you must be strong every single day. You're human, allowed to be tired, confused, and allowed to pause, because resting isn't losing. Resting is part of the journey, and journeys don't need to be fast or perfect or impressive. They just need movement, even small steps, even shaky ones. That's enough. The future isn't about who gets there first, it's about who keeps going, even slowly, even while afraid, even while tired. You're still here, and that alone is proof of your courage. You don't have to think about every possibility at once. Just think about today, one task, One small step. Big things often start small, and you don't need to push yourself beyond your limit or carry burdens that haven't even happened yet. You're allowed to put some of that weight down, slowly, piece by piece, because the future isn't demanding that you solve everything today. It's only asking you to show up in your own journey, in your small decisions, in the quiet moments where you're just trying your best. You don't need perfection, or need honesty. Honesty that you're tired, that you need time, that you're a human with limits. And that's not weakness, it's strength. Only humans can grow, learn, and improve. And that's exactly what you're doing. You're learning your limits, learning to manage your mind, learning to accept that the future is not fully under your control. And that's okay, because you still get to choose your steps and your timing. Today might feel heavy, but tomorrow doesn't have to. The future isn't something to fear. It's something to prepare for, with a rhythm that feels human, gentle, and real. Your mental fatigue isn't proof you're weak. It's proof you've been fighting alone for too long, carrying worries no one sees, trying to be strong without pausing. But now you know you don't have to keep doing that. You're allowed to stop for a moment, close your eyes, breathe, and give yourself space to slow down. Space to not think about everything at once. Space to feel safe. Space to just be you. The future isn't your enemy. It's simply part of your life. And you'll reach it slowly, without hurting yourself, without losing who you are. A good journey is a balanced one between moving and pausing, working and resting, thinking and letting go. And you're on your way to finding that balance, day by day, second by second. Even in your fear, even in your exhaustion, you're still walking. And that alone is something to be proud of. You don't need all the answers now. No one is requiring that from you. You just need to calm your mind and remember, you still have time to grow, time to try, time to fail, time to fix, time to become the best version of yourself. Everything will happen in its own tight knot sooner, not later. And you don't have to force anything today. Let yourself breathe. Let life slow down. Let the future wait. Today is yours, and today is enough. You're not running out of time, you just need a new rhythm, a softer rhythm, a more human rhythm, one that keeps you strong without hurting your heart. And that rhythm can start right now.